You're listening to an AppleViz podcast. Hello and welcome. My name is Thomas Domville, also known as Anonymous. In this podcast, I'm going to show you how to set up auto-delete for verification codes in messages and mail on iOS. So from time to time, you've probably been there, especially if you got a new device or you just installed a new app or whatever that may be. Maybe you're logging into a web service through your web browser and it asks for identification, and then it needs to send you a verification code. And that typically can be sent by text or email. Yes, it does both now. And then from there, you can take the verification code, put it in your credentials to validate, and then it'll let you into the app or service that you're trying to get into. You've been there, right? But the problem is it always stacks up these things. So if you got a new device, for example, like I got this new iPhone 15 Pro, and so I had to go through all my accounts, had to go through all the verification. They end up stacking up about 5, 6, or 7 verification codes from various services, and it just kind of stacks up in my email or my text message. Then I have to go in and delete them. Well, you can do a really cool settings that allows you to delete them automatically after you use them. So I'm going to show you how to set this up, and then I'm going to do a demonstration how this works, and I'll show you a little tip how to make things easier for you for verification code. Because if you're like me, they're always sending these 6-digit numbers. I know some of you are great with that. So, I can remember. If I have to do something very quickly, I couldn't do it. It's just, I don't know what it is, just pressure or whatever not, and I just can't get it done, especially if you got to do it within so many seconds. There's a couple times I've seen it where I had to do it within 30 seconds, and I was like, forget it, and I ended up just being frustrated. I'm going to show you a little advice and tip how to make that easier for you. So, back on track, how to go ahead and set this up to auto-delete those verification codes in messages and mail. So let's head over to settings.
Settings. Double tap to open.
And let's do one finger double tap. Open this up.
Settings.
Now we're in settings. I want you to swipe to the right until you get to password.
Passwords button.
Now, when you double tap on this, now it just depends if you have this set up by Face ID, Touch ID, or whatever method that you have set up to gain access to this, you'll have to do that. So in my case, it's Face ID. So once I do a one finger double tap, it's going to verify my face. So I'll go ahead and double tap that.
Settings. Back alert. Face ID authenticated. User authentication. Settings. Back button.
Now that's been validated, we are going to swipe to the right to get to password options.
Password options button.
And let's do one finger double tap.
Autofill passwords and passkeys. Switch button on. Double tap to toggle setting.
I'm going to go by headings and go to the first heading.
Use passwords and passkeys from heading. Verification codes heading.
Till you get to verification codes. So let's go to the right here.
Clean up automatically. Switch button off. Double tap to toggle setting.
Now, this will vary depending how you had this set up. So in other words, when you set up iOS 17 for the first time, it will ask you a question if you want to turn this on. Now, for some reason, if you did not see that or you skipped it, it will be set to off. We are going to go ahead and do one finger double tap to turn this on.
On.
Voila. That's all you need to do. So let's see this in action, and we will see for ourselves if this works or not. So I'm going to head over to one of my apps that I need to get verification code to access. So let's go to that.
Settings. Personal folder. 8 apps. 1 new opening personal folder. MyPhonic. Walgreens. St. Luke's KC. St. Luke's KC. Image. Blue and yellow text on a white back. Patient portal login. Link. St. Luke's KC. Username. Forgot username. Link. Username. Password. Forgot password. Link. Password. Secure text field is editing. 14 characters. Character mode. Insertion point at end. Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
So as we typically do, you have to put your credentials in, and let's go ahead and request to sign in, and it's going to ask me to verify myself. So let's go see how this works.
Show password button. Remember username. Checked. Login button. Login. Verify your identity. Heading.
All right, so I have this verification, so I have to verify who I am.
It is our goal to make sure your health information is safe and secure. You will now be required to enter a one-time use security code to verify your identity. Learn more button. How would you like to receive the code? Heading.
And generally, you have option either text me or email me. I'm going to go ahead and have it text to me. It's simpler for me, but either way will work.
Send to my email button. Text to my phone button and main.
So I'll double tap that and I should get a text message here.
Resent, verify your identity. We've sent a security code to 3 stars. 3 stars minus 3,000.
Okay, so now you heard my chirp. That's my little chirp chirp. That's my text alert. So let's see what I need to do to fill it in.
Verify your identity. Heading. We've sent a security code to 3 stars. Learn more. Button. Enter your code below to continue. Enter your code below to continue. Enter code. Text field required. Insertion point at end.
Okay, so I entered so I'm on the text field to enter my verification code. The coolest part is you don't have to go to email or text to read it. So you'll get the keyboard to pop up on the bottom half. So it's either numeric, like in this case, it's going to be numeric. At the top left-hand corner, so find the number 1 and then just drag your finger up from the number 1.
Is 1.
Drag up.
From messages, 8324.
Boom. So it will tell you it found the verification within the text. Do you want to use it? Double tap that.
From verify. Enter code. Text field. 832404. Required. Double tap to edit. Use the ruler to access.
Voila. It puts it in there automatically for you. How cool is that? So now if I go to the right.
Skip this step next time. Checkbox. Unchecked. Double tap to toggle setting.
I want to remember this, so I'll double tap this.
Checked.
And go to the right.
Verify button.
And let's use the verification button.
Verify. Schedule an appointment. Loading. Ellipsis.
And voila, I am now within my portal for my physician, which is cool. Check this out. Let's go over to the text messages. I'll go to the home screen.
Messages. Double tap to open.
And you hear there's no new message in the message. That's because it deleted automatically. That's the same for email. So if you receive a verification code through the mail, it will also delete that as well. So if you don't want that to be deleted, you'll have to turn that option off. But for me, I left it on. So that is how to auto-delete verification code in messages and mail on iOS. My name is Thomas Domville, also known as Anonymous. Till next time, bye-bye.
This AppleVis podcast has been brought to you by the community of applevis.com for the latest in resources and tips and tricks to get you the best experience from your Apple device. Visit www.applevis.com.